We landed in Wellington in March the 8th, 1966, and that was a different change of life altogether because the sun was shining, we'd left the snow, and here we arrived in this flawless sky. It was just like it is today, blue sky, and it was like that for 6 weeks in Wellington. That was unusual. We stayed in Wellington for 8 years, and we didn't often have that for such a long while, but boy, it was superb. And I started to look for part-time work. Oh, I don't know, nothing here. And then somebody gave me Rob Mackenzie's address. He's the president of the private practitioners, or the secretary of the Private Practitioners Association. You should go and see him. He's in Kelvin Chambers. Well, of course, Kelvin Chambers, I was near Kelvin Park and Kelvin Side, so it rang a bell with me. That was in Glasgow. I thought, oh, well, Kelvin Chambers, yeah, I'll go there. And then I arrived up at the door. He says, what do you do? I said, oh, I've treated strokes and do massage. When can you start? So the Scottish accent gets you anywhere here. It does. Anyway, I started within a few weeks, really, and part-time, 9 till 3. And that suited fine. And it was in Kelvin Chambers. It was just very handy for buses to get into the suburbs and up and down. So I really felt a bit inadequate, but in fact, because I had run my own practice for at least 6 years, or before that, because I did walk around the houses before that. So in the fact, I wasn't phased out completely, but Rob had a very busy practice. And so I was kept going, and interesting people I met, because it's just straight across from Parliament. And my brother-in-law was in the orchestra. That was it, just up their practice set. They were the hall just further up. So I got to know people pretty well, and it was pretty good. And then Rob thought he'd like to go overseas. He'd never been overseas before. So off he was going to go for a month, and I was left in charge. I'd be doing 44 or 5 patients a day sometimes, running from room to room to room, but that was okay. We got on with that. And we'd started, we hadn't quite started the manipulative therapists. When we came back then, he was all into it because he'd been to Norway and had met these special people, Friday Kaltenborn. He would wait a bit longer. Can you hang on there another month, Jean? Okay, that was fine. Because I'd been used to it, I just went on and covered his practice. And he came back, and they got to talk, they had good liaison between Freddie and Robin Mackenzie, and he got the book, and it was translated, and so in fact that's how we began to get involved with the manipulative therapy treatments, and tied up with Freddie Kaltenborn, whom we got to come to New Zealand, took courses, and I was obviously right in the middle of it, and got to know him well, and I'm still good friends with Freddie, kept up all these years, and he was a very good teacher, and his biggest hands I've ever seen in my life. Oh, great big hands, and of course he would use you as a model, and when you felt what you did, it was just great. You just, that's it. And between that and the massage, you could really learn to palpate. You began to really know what you were at. It was really a very kind of inspiring sort of thing to meet him and to be associated with him, with what he did. He was quite abrupt in his manner, but that was him speaking English, in a foreign language, and yet putting that across. Not many of us could have done it in reverse. He had a nice young wife, a German wife, but she could speak English very well, so she did the translations a bit. And that just developed more and more until the society was formed. I can't remember the date, but I guess Ian Searle may have given you the date of the start. What was that, 68 or something? Or 68, you see. So I had only been in New Zealand since 66. Landed in Kelvin Chambers, working with Rob, and saw the beginning of his extension programme. And so Rob's right, we were all doing this, and one day I had said to a patient, just go into the room and get ready and get up in the bed. And then walked in, there was this patient lying, the back of the bed had been up, and he had been lying like that, you see, with his arms on the resting on there. Oh God, what are you going to do? What's it going to be like when that goes down? Well, he said, my back feels great. Better. Well, that was, Rob had been working in that anyway, but that was it. And we could come back through, and we were talking. We always got excited about things because he was, a good person to chat away to, and it was good. So that was extension, getting on the go, and then patients would come in and would video them, etc. And so, it was quite an interesting practice. and it was a busy one, so I thrived on that really.